Come on now.
Sharon Sills, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Get it poppin', get it poppin'. I'm here at the Expo in Las Vegas. I know everyone can hear my voice. I came up here and my husband said, I must introduce you. And I said, no, honey, I don't want you to introduce me. And then we have Sean. So if you see Sean, raise your hand. He's my cameraman. If you see him taking pictures, he's not the creepy guy. I actually paid him to be here. So thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Thank you. You could be anywhere today and you decided to be here for my talk, and I appreciate that. So everyone knows when you get a mic in my hand, you get full 100% me. I'm so excited. I feel like we're in Vegas. I'm on stage. I feel like I need to tell a joke. Oh boy. My husband said, whatever you do, do not tell a joke. How many people listen to their husbands? Their spouses, significant others? How many people listen? I do. I listen to mine. Because it is very important to have wise counsel when you are in your space in the industry. So let me tell you something. When I set out to do this, all the ideas as a creative are in your head. And you need to have your community, someone to sort it all out for you. So one of the first things that I'm going to tell you about having the audacity, to having the nerve to be a genius in your zone in an oversaturated market is having that wise counsel, having someone that you can tap into to help you sort it all out and get to the next level. So how many of you guys have a mentor? How many of you have a mentor, someone you can tap into, someone you can call in the midnight hour, someone you can holler? That is important. So the success, you're already halfway there because you have that. So let me tell you why it is important to have that. So when you have the audacity, when you have the nerve, when you have the boldness to show up differently, it requires a willingness to take risks. Be creative and think outside of the box. Basically, that is your niche. So it can be challenging to stand out from competitors and get noticed by potential customers. But your one person will help you get there. So I'm going to always stay in that lane right there because I want to make sure that you have one. And if you don't, let's talk after and let's find out how we can get that one person or that community for you. So I know as we go through for this 45 minutes, and I had 400 slide PowerPoint, I wasn't going to do that to you. So what I want to talk to you guys about is being audacious and bold, but it doesn't mean confident. So I don't want you to come and think, oh, I'm going to teach you confidence. No one can teach you confidence. They can teach you competence to help you in that thing, but confidence is something by action for what you do. I'm not teaching that today. That's a whole nother vibe. If you want to reach out to me, I can definitely do that for you as well. So let me start off and tell you a little bit about me. My name is Sharon Sills. I am the proud owner of Get It Poppin'. We are a custom balloon design company located in Atlanta, Georgia. I am also the founder and CEO of the Pop Experience, which is a balloon training academy. So basically back in 2020, where a lot of us started our story, I never grew up and said I wanted to do balloons. It was never anything in my plan, my action, or anything of that nature. Actually, my background is completely contrary to that. So 2020, we're all home, and I have been seeing these beautiful balloon designs, something a little bit different, and I said, this is so creative, I want to do this. So I went on what we typically do, YouTube University. I have 2 masters, a bachelor's. I'm working on my PhD from YouTube University. And I pretty much self-taught myself how to do balloons. So while I was doing the balloons, I was so outdone with how cute my balloons were. I actually took pictures of it and I sent it to my family members and my friends. Now in the African American community, when someone says, bless your heart, that is not a compliment, okay? They said, bless your heart. And I took it, I took that personally. And I felt like I can do this. I ate, slept, drank balloons. I learned that thing. I stayed right there until I mastered it. Then October 2020, October 1st is when I started Get It Pop and start having clientele. So probably around November, I started getting people coming to my social media. I never big on social media, but if you have a business, you need to get on social media, okay? So I'm in Instagram and people are in my DM saying, do you teach? And I'm like, teach what? I just started in October, here they come in November. Well, next thing you know, someone else came and said, do you teach? I said, someone is punking me. I don't know how this social media thing is working, but someone is playing games with me. I also said if another person asked, I was going to teach. Fast forward, they did. March of that following year, I had created a class. Didn't know who all was coming, opened it up and said, just like right now, you guys come through. I had so many people show up, the venue had to extend me an additional 4 hours to train them. Fast forward, they were my first group. My husband misspoke a little bit. We have trained well over 1,000 people, well across where I've mentored and trained throughout since 2021. You want to talk about stepping out, being bold. Never in the history in Atlanta, Georgia, has anyone ever had a balloon training academy. I stepped out and did that because I felt like my community needed that. They needed the information, and I was their resource to give them that information. So fast forward, another incident I'm going to tell you, probably we're starting in October, we're probably halfway there. My husband asked me, how much revenue have we made for the year? I figured, we've done some events a little bit here and there. When I actually checked the numbers, we accidentally made 6 figures in less than a year. Now I'm a beta tester. I'm going to try it out again. Second year, tried it out. Obviously, we slammed that number, and every year we've been trending since. We're not even on year 3 yet. So when I talk about standing out, when I talk about doing something different in your business, those are the things that you need to do. People think that you have to go and do something so big and so bold. If you just stay in your lane, the area that you're in, and get really good at it, become the genius at that area of it, you would be amazed how you become the subject matter expert, and then you can take that on to the next level. So we have Get It Poppin'. We have trained well over 1,000, trained and mentored well over 1,000. They fly in from all over. We have a brick and mortar academy. And from there, where do we go? I'm a speaker. I'm an author. We're doing things, we're moving places. So back in 2020, when I was sitting at home, I literally had a bag of balloons from Walmart. Cost me 97 cents. These aren't it. These cost a little bit more. But I want to let you know, when you see those big balloon designs, it all starts from this, just a bag of balloons. If you are a DJ, what does it start with? If you are a caterer, if you are a photographer, what is that one thing that it starts with and that you can grow and get out of there? From what I understand, we probably have about almost 8 billion people on this earth. Could you ever service that many people here on this earth? So if you were to just take that one thing, your one caterer, DJ, photo booth, and stay within that lane, within your ideal client, what does that look like? You have to have an ideal client, your avatar. Let me tell you my ideal client. Mary and Joseph. They are high-end renters, or they own their own home. They work a 9 to 5. Their focus is on their friends and their family. That's real important to them. It's not about the price for them. They just want things to look really nice. So when I meet with my ideal client, I don't say things like cheap, discount, hookup, sponsor. Those words never come out of my mouth. So I'm able to stay within the lane of the type of clientele that I'm looking to bring into. So do you guys understand when I say being bold, Being bold meaning you just stand on what it is that you're good at. Being bold and being audacious meaning that you stand, you don't allow anyone to tell you your lane of what you do that you're good at. So my speech won't be long. It's 45 minutes. What I want to do is be able to tap into each one of you. What is it that I can pour into you? What value is it that I can bring to your business to help you get to the next level? There's 3 things I want you to take away. Number 1, wise counsel. We kind of talked about that. Your mentorship, someone that you talk to, someone that you can brainstorm ideas with. We want to talk about taking risks. I shared with you the risks that I took. Let's talk about mastering your niche. Sometimes you have to just stay in that lane that you're in. And that's the general lane. Everyone thinks you got to be all fancy and shiny, the shiny penny. You don't. You do not. Be okay with where you are. Does anyone have any questions for me? Let's kind of mix this thing up. I know everyone's looking at me to give them information, but I want to be able to see if I can pour anything to you. Does anyone have any questions about being bold in their lane? What they need to do in their business? Anything that I can help anyone else out with? Come on, everybody don't speak all at once. What you got? Okay. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Aisha.
Taisha? Aisha. Hi, Aisha.
Greetings. So what is your response when a potential client tells you your prices are too high?
So let me make sure I hear your question. Your question is, what is my response when a potential client says that my prices are too high?
Yes.
Then they're not my potential client. So what I do is I don't talk pricing, I just talk what my services are. So I don't cold call anyone. So when they come to me, there's obviously a service or something that I have that they actually need. So when they ask for whatever it is, am I available, what the price point is on that, then we have a discussion after the consultation, what it is they can get. If their response back to me is that my price is too high, I get silent. Because I said what I said pretty much, right? And let me tell you a little secret. The first person talks, loses. So I'm not negotiating, more or less, right? I've just pretty much presented what I offer, and then I allow them to make a decision. My best clients don't like cheap. My best clients don't like discount. They don't even like me to have that conversation. It's almost insulting to them because that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for me to provide a particular service to end their pain point. They want me to get in, get out. They have an event, they have something going on, and that's what they're looking for. There are those out there that cannot afford, do not want to pay. It's not part of their budget. Right? And that's fine. I'm just not the service provider for them, and it's nothing negative. It's just that it doesn't work for me, right? I know people who don't eat McDonald's. I know people who don't eat certain things, and McDonald's ain't mad about it. You know, they don't get upset about it. You just can't, afford their prices. And we can drill down a little bit more into that, but thank you for that question. Anyone else have another question for me? Pricing, all that, give it to me. Let's talk. Let's make this connection.
Hi, I'm an open space owner, and so.
Tell me what your name is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Akia.
Akia. Hi, Akia. What you got?
So we both are event space owners in Philadelphia, and so a lot of times with decorators, we run into don't want to extend the time. So we offer 1 hour before. We offer an hour for the stuff. What is your recommendation of how many hours we should be giving a decorator?
To decorate on average, depending on the event, they basically like to give you 2 hours. Pretty much to get in and get out of there, depending on, the level of whatever it is. So what exactly is your question on how many hours you should be able to give a client?
For the decorator.
For the decorator, I say a good 2 hours, starting minimum, and then you go from there.
Okay, and then when you come to an event venue, do you already have your balloons pre-blown, or do you do it at the actual big thing?
For me personally, I have 98% of my balloons already inflated, if not all of them. The reason being is that we do multiple events a day. Our goal is to get in and get out before the first guest arrive. We do know that there's layers to this, so there's other vendors that need to get in there and do what they need to do. We personally require to be in there first. We ask, what is the earliest that we can arrive? So we can go in there, do what we have to do, and we literally do this. Have a good event, and we're out. So if you have to inflate on site, which we have, we're not a fan of it, but we have. And then you just pivot and do what you need to do. I think in business, you don't need to be so rigid. Things happen sometimes. You get last minute, bookings. There's times that you can't inflate. If in the balloon world, we can't inflate on time, but also know I charge for that. If I have to come in and inflate on site, if it's something last minute, I'm going to charge for that because I'm a business owner. And if you're not making a profit, you're not in business. Ask the IRS. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Question back there. I love this. Thank you, guys. I don't want to just be talking at you.
Hi, sorry. So I'm also a venue owner, and I'm based out of California. So I'm in an area where there is a lot of venues. I own a smaller scale venue. I know that your workshop is on how to be bold. How do you deal with oversaturation? Like, for example, I know balloons are oversaturated, obviously, to a certain extent. I don't know a lot about balloons, but you're saying no. How do you deal with actually being bold? You know what I mean? Being different. Okay, you blow up balloons, so what's your difference?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Is it your pricing? Is it your style? But, styles are,
Sure.
there's only so many styles you can do. What makes you different, and how do you actually show it as opposed to saying, I'm bold, I'm different? And
Love that.
That goes to being a venue as well. Like, what makes me different? What makes me better than the other venue? And how do I actually express it without saying it? Because actions are much better than words, obviously. You can say, I'm elegant, I'm
Sure.
I'm beautiful, but how do you actually go through showing a customer in less than 5 minutes?
Love it. Lots that you gave me, a lot that I have to unpack. Tell me your name.
Erica?
Erica.
Yeah.
Erica. Okay. So, as far as balloons, we'll start with balloons, we'll unpack venue. So, as far as balloon decor, what makes me stand out and what makes me different is I say who I say I am, and my customer service is spot on. One of my biggest clients is McDonald's. The lady the franchise that owns it said, the reason that I chose you is because you showed up and responded so quickly. You're so professional. This is why I went with you. My balloons look no different than anyone else, but it's how I showed up and how I responded back. And now they're a continual client of mine. So what is your superpower? Mine is my voice. I use it. I respond back. I'm really big on customer service. I'm really big on touching and connecting with people. Find that thing. For balloons, wow, yeah, you'll see a balloon over there. Looks the same. I only did balloon one time. I have booth 513. All those other balloons I did not do, but they all look similar. But I show up differently for my business. Secondly, if you have a venue, you want to walk in that same step. There's a venue here, a venue across the street. Look at it this way. Have you ever been to a fast food place or a fast food row and there's like hamburger, hamburger, hamburger? They all show up differently and they don't mind competing. Same thing at gas stations. They're like right across the street from another. What is it that you're good at? What showcase your venue? And why can't you say you're the best? Why can't you say you're luxe? Because your client is looking for that. Your venue might be a little bit smaller than the other venues. Then you home on it being more intimate. What it is that you offer that client, that whatever that specialty thing is that you have. And the clients that are looking for that thing will come to it. If you want to be the client, if you want to be the venue that's the most affordable, guess what? You're going to start getting the ones that want to come through that, you know, want just something affordable. But if you want that, we're quaint. You know, you find those adjectives, those special words that work for you. When your clients come, they say, this is what I see. I like that. I like how she personally remembers my name. I like how she followed up, which is different than across the street where they have all these other venues that aren't doing that. It's like they heard you in and heard you out. What's something different? Maybe all your guest comes in, they get a cookie and a milk. I don't know. You know, that's something special that they have that you know. When I fly Delta, I know that I need to have my Biscoff cookie and they have the sun chip. If they say they are out of Biscoff cookies and we're flying, I pretty much want them to land until they go get me because they are known for that. That's their thing. A cookie, I didn't pay $500 to fly on a plane and I'm excited about a cookie. So that's their marketing that they have and they're very consistent. When you fly, you will have that. So I want you to kind of have that. I want you guys to think bigger. I want you guys to think those big brands. What are they doing? What is AT&T doing? What is UPS doing? What is McDonald's doing? Delta doing? What is their marketing? Home into that. That's free information. And don't think, oh, they're big and I'm just smaller. No, home into those little things. They're giving you all the secret sauce. And you just impart that into your business. And guess what? Winning. Any other questions? Did I answer everything? Hold on. We got venue, we got balloons. What else? I don't want to walk away without it. We're good? Sean on mic. Marshall on mic. Check 1, check 2. We talked about being basic. We talk about basic is where you're masterful. We talked about the boldness. Like I said, I don't want you to confuse boldness with confidence. It's two separate things. I want you to show up in your venue space, what works for you. Look at those balloons back there. Look at how it's going into that thing. That's something unique and different. We love that. All the DJs that we have here, all the things that they're offered here. I spoke with one that has the 360 machine. They have the 360 at the top part of it. So we love that. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to tap into that. All the magic mirrors in the different ways. So we're good. Any other questions? I don't want to cut your time, but I don't want to belabor something. I want to make sure that I give you value. I'm at booth 513. I'm here until tomorrow. We have one-on-ones that I can give you. I have a lot of information. I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of contacts. I'm just not located in Atlanta, Georgia. We are huge on networking. So we put that information out for networking. Do we have any other questions in the audience? Oh, okay.
How you doing? I love your energy.
Thank you. Give me your name.
My name's Innocent from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas in the house.
I love what you're doing. What's your 5-year roadmap or 10-year roadmap?
I love that. What is my 5-year roadmap and my 10-year roadmap? I don't take myself too serious. I've only been in the industry for less than 3 years. When I first started, I never thought in a million years that I would be from here to there. So I'm really open to what that next stage and that level looks. Let me share a little bit about how the Academy came about. So once I started doing Get It Poppin', and once I started getting my clientele and people started watching and wanted to know how I did it, and I needed to have a training class. I didn't have a venue. When I found a venue, they said you can have 4 hours. Once everyone came to it, the venue owner said there is no way that you can train all these people in 4 hours. I'm going to gift you an additional 4 hours. I asked them how many people are staying. Only one person raised their hand. I said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give my everything to that one person. By the time the class was over, no one left. I pretty much told them, look, you gotta go. These people are gonna charge me if you don't get up out of here. So from that training class, I actually booked a second training class, but I had no venue. In the middle of the night, and I mean, we searched high and low for a venue. I put the date out, I was bold. I said that we were having a class. I put the date out, but I had no location. My broker said, I found a building, but you have to lease it. It has to be yours. Do you know how hard it was for me to tell my husband from one training class that I want to have a brick and mortar? I told him, I said, baby, Jesus said, I did. I woke up, I said, Jesus said that I need to have a venue. And my husband said, how come Jesus didn't tell me that? I said, I don't know. Everybody knows I'm Jesus' favorite. I don't know why he didn't tell you that. But it happened so smooth. I was able to get the building. I was able to have the training class. I just never said no. I just kept going. So to answer your question, I had no intentions. That was never part of my 5-year plan or any plan whatsoever. I never knew I had a business model until I was able to look at the analytics with the numbers to find out that this is actually a business. And I needed to get on track because I was bringing in more money and IRS was like, yo, why that bank account look like that? So guess what? I had to get a business bank account. I had to get LLC. I have an attorney. I had to get, an accountant. So I had to straighten all my stuff up. So moving forward, I don't know what 5-10 years look like. I'm excited for it though. I'm standing on stage. I didn't know last year that I was gonna be standing on stage. Guess what? I'm traveling. I'm gonna be doing more of this, writing a book. There's some other things coming about. But whatever it is, the answer is yes. If the doors are open for me, I'm walking right through it because I'm bold and I'm audacious. And I'm excited, right? You have to be excited about your business. So I love that you picked up that you love my energy. You know why? I'm excited about my business. So when I'm excited, other people are excited. People buy from you, right? And when people want me, I just got out the hospital. I was in the hospital for 6 days. Now, you know it was something serious because you can have a whole baby and the hospital kicks you out in 24 hours. I was in the hospital for 6 days. And I said, I'm going to do everything I can. I had a team of doctors. They said, you can come here to Vegas if you do X, Y, and Z. And I've done everything that they said. And I'm able to stand here on stage with you today. And that's why I didn't prepare anything. I said, just me being in this space, being excited to be here, I just wanted to pour value, whatever it is that I can, to those in business. Whether I have a wedding planner's hat. So all my wedding planners, if you have a question about wedding planners, guess what? I've stepped into that role before. And we were the knot, we wind up being on that. I'm so bold about my business. I am NAACP 2022 business recipient. I'm standing here right now. Yeah, I always forget about that, right? But that's me. I walked that stage at NAACP. I put everything that I have into this business. And everything that I have, I want to share with you guys. And do you guys have any other questions with me? Because I want to give you back your day. Yes. Come on, give it to me.
Great afternoon, everybody. Once again, we're so happy here at the Event Industry Expo, starting in just a handful of minutes. Come find out how you can legally be sound. That's right, how you can save time and save money with valuable legal services at a very reduced price. Once again, in the presentation room next to registration, come and check it out. Fair Solutions Inc. getting ready to start in just a few minutes. There's going to be door prizes and great giveaways for everybody who attends. Once again, starting in just a handful of minutes. Thank you so much. Enjoy the Event Industry Expo.
Well, you're going to wait your turn. Sis ain't done. But thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, I got a question for you. You got this balloon academy? Would you charge your friends to come through the balloon academy?
Oh, wow. Would I charge my friends to come through my balloon training academy? The answer is yes, because they would find no value in it if I gave it for free. And not only did my friends Did I charge them? Not only did they attend the academy, they follow me through. I keep my team very tight, like my ponytail, okay? I only have so many people around me. And so Sean right here, who is my photographer, he actually took the class and he was outdone that I charged him. And I have someone else and I charged her as well. I sent them an invoice. Whether they paid it or not is not my business, but they did. But I do charge them. I do find that it's important when you're in business, I don't give anything away. Only thing I give is value of the services that I provide is what I give away. Do I do sponsorships? Absolutely, but it must be a win-win. If my business doesn't win, I don't allow another business to win as well. And that's whatever the win looks like for you. I've had a win that was like 100 times what I provided for them, but that worked for them. And you know, as long as it works for both of us is good for the most part. I do nothing for likes and follows, nothing. I have tried several times to call the mortgage and the car note people. There is no department that accepts likes and follows for our payment. So when I say treat your business as a business, do that. Same thing for friends and family, same thing. Here's a little secret. Don't tell anyone. This is a little secret that I share with my students because there are some that really feel like I have to give something to my friends or family and I feel a little kind of way. I said, fine, charge them for your inventory, okay? Because that has to be paid for, and add 20%. You tell them, sure, I'll do it for you. I'll donate my time, because time and labor, there's a fee for that. But I always charge for the inventory and I add 20%. If you want to add 30, 40, that's your business. But I'm just saying at minimum for those that feel like they just have to give to their friends and family. I charge my children. I sure do. Mom, can I have? Mom, can I have? You sure can. Which email do you want me to use to send your invoice? And they respect it. And then in their business, they're very successful in the lane that they are with their business as well. Any other questions before I get out of here? Oh, we got a question back there. Someone run that mic. Let's make this thing happen. If you're loud, you can just talk it. If not, we'll wait for the mic to come through. You need me to get louder? I can get louder. Let's get this party started. I'm getting loud because Legal Shield's getting ready to get started, y'all. Like, what? And I'm going over there and I'm getting them prizes since they talked through my speech. I'm going to go over there and get some of them prizes and stuff they're giving out.
Hi, my name is Nadine.
Hi,
I'm an
Nadine.
event planner in Los Angeles. My question is, as an event planner, I have multiple vendors. They like to be tagged, right? So I try tagging them sometimes and I try to lure them because I do find that a lot of my clients are jumping over me and just going straight to the vendors. Now, and then this is something that I've always been afraid of is like upcharging. Because sometimes the vendors will give me a discount because I'm an event planner, but I'm scared to upcharge because my clients will jump over me. What are your thoughts about not tagging your vendors? Because I know it helps them, but then I lose business because they just jump over me. Not only that, but a lot of like other event planners take my vendors and then they're not available for me when I need them.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that?
So social media is a slippery slope. It's people are going to be people. So there's nothing 100% that you can say, if you do this, this will stop, okay? I think a good communication with your team, I typically work with the same type of people in my team, and we're all independent, so it is what it is. I think communication on whatever that particular event is important. I think as a business owner, it is your responsibility to tag your own business. You didn't pay me to tag your business. It's a courtesy that I put it in there, but I don't have to tag your business. So just know that. Don't feel the pressure that just because you worked with someone. Also, too, they do that. When you're on social media and they see that you've used a certain vendor, then all of a sudden they tap in and they want to because they're lazy and don't want to do the work. They don't want to build that relationship And it just is what it is. You can't control that. My vendors, sometimes I shout them out, sometimes I don't, but they know that that is their responsibility to shout themselves out. Whether you people agree or don't agree, that's just how I roll. Okay? So don't feel pressure to have to tag everyone. It's just a professional courtesy if you choose to. And then there's ways that you can embed in there. You do know that. So it's not just straight glaring in their face. Also, too, when you do proposals, you don't have to layer the price in there. It's a package deal. When people want me to sort it out, I don't. If I have to sort it out, I'm going to add 20% to it. I don't itemize. I do not itemize. This is what the cost is, and that cost includes everything. Because my relationship, there's a certain fee to it, and I'm going to charge for it. That's me nurturing that relationship, and yeah, I'm going to get paid for it. Sometimes vendors give me concessions. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but that doesn't have anything to do with their event. That's my business, okay? Did that answer your question? Okay, yes.
I would like to add to the question about, I've heard some vendors say that if you don't tag them, then you're taking credit for their work without mentioning that they had a part in it. So,
Sometimes it just depends on the venue. Sometimes I'll cut them out of my picture so I don't have to worry about it. Or sometimes I just say the venue. There's ways that you can creatively go about it, but I'm not going to sit there and there's 20 of us at a certain event and I've tagged each and every person. It takes time. That's marketing. I'm not marketing your business, and that's something that I might communicate to say, hey, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to tag you. But sometimes they don't even tag you back. They just take. And they don't tag you back. And who wants to get into a tagging war? You didn't tag me, you didn't tag me. I'm like, don't tag me, don't tag me. I know how to show up for my business. And I'm going to show up well, because I might not even want you to tag me. You might be saying something, or your picture's I might be happy you didn't tag me on that post. Because there are some people, I tell them, don't you put my name on that. Oh, that wasn't you? Oh, I was about to say, don't. Okay, so I'm going to talk over them because my time is ending. I want to be able to let you know I'm at booth 513. If anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to talk to me, make sure we go over there and steal all their stuff. Because how bold. We love to, oh, they came bold. They bold and talked over. I like that. Okay. Yeah, any other questions that we have before I come up out here? Do I have any music to lead? Because, you know, I like to dance. You know, I'm a dancing on out. What you got for me? Come on, DJ. Don't leave me hanging now. We got a question over here. Right here. Y'all sleeping in the back. We got Michael. Is it Michael? We got Michael up front. What's going on, Michael? Yeah.
So what keeps you focused on balloons? Have you ever thought about offering other services, or how do you decide that you want to stay laser focused on what you do?
Okay, so I think what I heard you say is I do balloons, but I'm really good at other stuff, marketing and other things, right? How do I stay focused in just that lane?
No, well, just the product that you're servicing. Like, for instance, you have clients that trust you.
Right.
Now, you really could offer other services or other products and then funnel that within your business, but then that would dilute the effort on your balloon business. How do you just stay focused on the balloon business?
I don't. I'm all over the place. That's why you need wise counsel. That's why you need someone to tell you where we need to stay. Because sometimes you can't do everything. You may think you're great at everything, but you can't. So guess what? I'll step in this lane. And I say, I think I'm good with that. But when I'm tired of it, there's another lane that I can kind of look at. That we're in the best place that we can be in business right now, right? There's so many things. You can start a business today, tomorrow. You can name yourself whatever you want to on there. So that's the beauty of it. So right now, that's where I would leave you with, is having that person, having that community where you can sit down and say, hey, where are we going to be successful at in this lane? And then you stay in there. Okay, I am good at sales. I am good at talking. I am good at balloons. I am good at wedding planning. I'm good. Wait a minute. This is good. But I stay in my lane of balloon decor because I'm really good there. But I will branch and move on. Listen, they're kind of giving me that cut sign. So again, my name is Sharon Sills. Thank you so much for staying, for listening to me. I'm here in booth 513. I'm here until tomorrow. If you have any questions, come reach out. My team, you'll see us walking around, and it has truly been a pleasure. Thank you, Event Industry Expo. Thank you, Ted, for the opportunity. You guys are amazing. You guys rock. DJ, you better give me some. Don't make me clown you. All right.